how to stay focused, and why do we struggle with it so much. So this is exactly what we're going to address in this video. Hey, this is Thomas from okayisnotenough.com, helping you become the best version of yourself and create more exciting and more fulfilling life. So let's talk about focus and why it's so important. Well, on the surface level, focus is essential for productivity because without the ability to concentrate, whatever you're working on will take you so much longer to complete because you're being distracted by all the other things and thoughts demanding your attention. Needless to say that you'll probably make a lot of mistakes. But focus has actually a much deeper impact on us as well. It can directly impact our emotions. Think about it. How do you feel when you're struggling to focus? Angry because you haven't got done as much as you wanted to? Frustrated because you allowed all these things to distract you over and over again? And probably unhappy at the end of the day when you looking back at what you managed to accomplish or what you wanted to accomplish and you haven't got as far as you wanted. That can have pretty negative impact on how we feel. On the flip side, how would you feel at the end of the day if you spend most of your time just being in the zone, being in the flow, single-mindedly working on a task, getting a lot done? You probably feel proud, accomplished, happy. And this is one of the key reasons why it's so important to work on our ability to focus. So why it's such a struggle to stay focused for longer periods of time? Because our attention is constantly being hijacked by the world around us. Social media, notifications, your phone, your laptop, it's email, all the things are popping up around us. And our mind is drawn to drama, it's drawn to entertainment, anything that is a little bit more emotionally fun and engaging than whatever you're working on. So if you don't train your mind in how to stay focused, and if you don't create the environment around you that will encourage focus and concentration, you'll end up being like a little puppy that is just being distracted by anything and everything. It's just, hey, butterfly. Oh, something is itching me. Hello, human. Oh, there is a ball. Just with the attention jumping from one thing to another. And in that mindset, it will be a real struggle to get anything done. And it'll be a real struggle to actually even stay on task and focus on the things that you really want to work on. So in this video, I want to share with you a few simple strategies that I've been using myself, but also teaching them to my clients that will help you improve your ability to focus. The first step is awareness. If you want to improve your focus, first of all, you want to figure out what's diverting it, what's stealing your attention, because you cannot change what you're not aware of. The easiest way to do that is simply by taking a pen and paper, put it by your side or a notebook, during the activity that you want to concentrate on, that you want to focus on. And what will happen is that these distractions start popping up. Maybe your colleague will talk to you, maybe your phone, maybe your email notifications. When this happens, when you lose your focus, take a note of what distracted you. Maybe email notification, maybe Facebook notification, maybe your colleague. When it happens again, just put a line next to it. You want to count how many times these different things distracted you. Because what will happen, you will see at the end of the day, there will be probably a handful of distractions that keep coming up over and over again. You want to identify these because these are the ones that you want to focus on eliminating. There may also be distraction in forms of thoughts. Maybe you keep thinking about something or even obsessing over something. When that happens, also write it down. What was the thought about? And count how many times it actually popped into your mind. The second step is removing these distractions. So after step number one, you should have a nice and comprehensive list with all the things that are distracting you, and clearly there should be a few that keep distracting you the most. You see, you cannot maintain focus if these things are interrupting your flow. Typically, they fall into a few basic categories. The first one is your phone and your computer. It's in the forms of chats, apps, emails, notifications. Remember, your mind is drawn to all these things because it's drama, it's gossip, it's entertainment. So as long as it's there, as long as you allow it, it will be hijacking your mind. There are a few degrees of how aggressively you can go about this. The smallest thing you can do is that you switch off the apps and all the functionality that you don't need for the activity that you want to focus on. What's one of the best things you can do is that you switch off your Wi-Fi or your reception. So none of those emails, text messages, notifications are actually even getting into your laptop. If you want to be a little bit more radical about it, just put your phone away. Leave it in a drawer, put it in a bag, leave it in your locker, wherever you need to. Leave it in another room. Most people freak out with the idea that they wouldn't be within reach if someone needs them. But remember, it's not forever. It's just for maybe half an hour, maybe for 1 hour. And most things can wait for that period of time before you can attend to them again. Then we have environment. Noise and clutter have extremely negative impact on our ability to focus. Without using it as an excuse, spend a bit of time tidying up and organizing the environment that you work in. What you can also do, you can go to a location that you feel productive in, that you feel that you can concentrate in. I love going to hotel lobbies, or I love going to some stylish cafes or co-working spaces because it just helps me concentrate and focus and be more productive. And if there is a lot of noise around you, then ideally move to a quieter location or block the noise out with headphones or earplugs. And if you're listening to music, I encourage you to use calming background music without spoken word because our mind is drawn to spoken words, and so it would just keep distracting you. And then we have distractions in the form of thoughts. If there are some thoughts that keep popping into your mind over and over again, that means that your mind is trying to resolve it. So ask yourself, can I do something about this right now? If you can, if it's something quick, do it. Alternatively, there is a simple little trick that you can use. Just write what's bothering you on a piece of paper and add to it, I will attend to this later. What happens is that your mind doesn't have to think about it because you took a note of that and you're not going to forget it. You kind of gave yourself a promise that you'll resolve it later. It's a simple little trick that works really well. Hey, the bottom line is that if you want to improve your focus, you need to start removing these distractions. And I'll give you a few ideas how you can go about this. The third step is to grow your focus. You see, the ability to focus is like a muscle. And right now the muscle is probably not in the best shape possible. You can probably focus for maybe a couple of minutes, maybe even less than that. That's okay, just stay patient because the more you practice that, like with a muscle, the stronger it gets. So over time, you'll be able to concentrate and focus for longer periods of time. Set yourself some reasonable goals. Maybe set a timer for a couple of minutes or for 5 minutes to start with when you're reading, when you're working on something. And try to concentrate on that task without any distraction for that period of time. When you feel like you've mastered that, when you feel like you can get through those 5 minutes without being distracted, add a few more minutes and grow it like this, little by little. Step number 4 is stop taking pride in being a multitasker. Multitasking is something that became almost glorified these days, as if it was some amazing ability, where actually being a multitasker just means that you don't have a great ability to focus on something single-mindedly. The worst thing about taking pride in being a multitasker is that it actually encourages you. It encourages this identity of doing lots of things at the same time. Pride yourself in being someone who can single-mindedly focus on whatever they're working on. Someone who can get in a zone. That's something to admire. That's something to be proud of. More importantly, that belief or that taking pride in actually you being great at it will encourage you to get even better at it. It almost becomes this self-fulfilling prophecy. Step number 5 is practice your focus in any daily activities. Because in reality, it's the art of being present. And you can practice being present in everything that you do. For example, when you're eating, when you're communicating with other people, or things like when you're showering. Because if you pay attention to it, even during these activities, your thoughts are all over the place. You're being distracted by anything and everything. Try to single-mindedly focus on the activity that you do, especially when it comes to communicating with other people. You will be amazed what it does to the quality of the relationship. And then I have a bonus tip for you. Write your focus mission statement. What that means is write a statement about why you want to improve your focus. Also, what impact would it have on your life if you were able to just get in a zone, if you were able to focus on whatever you're working on for long periods of time? What benefits would it have on your personal growth, on your relationships, on your financial growth, on your business, on your career? But also write about what price you've paid for not being able to focus, what opportunities that you missed, what chances you didn't get because you were not known as someone who can focus, who can concentrate, who can deliver. You see, when you write a mission statement like this, it will massively enhance and accelerate your growth, because all of a sudden in your mind you will see and feel all the reasons why it's worth it committing to improving your focus. You see, improving your focus is not necessarily difficult. All these tips that I shared with you are pretty simple, but it takes commitment and it takes time and it takes patience. But I can guarantee you this, if you commit this time to developing the skill of being able to focus and concentrate and get in a zone, it will have massive impact on your personal and professional growth. So this is it, but before you go, leave me a comment about what are the most common distractions that you're struggling with. I'll be happy to find time and reply and comment and maybe give you some suggestions as well. So thanks for watching, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.